We made a video 4 years ago and
it helped explain to people some of the things that we do as ministers. Since I've moved ministries, completely different from foreign affairs. Home affairs, you are trying to make sure that we have a safe and secure home. Your focus is inward. It's useful and worthwhile to do another video and give people a sense of the kind of things we do. I try and wake up early and get some exercise in. Usually, most days are very long days, physically demanding. Mentally, you've got to be on top of every issue that's presented to you and be focused, and I find that exercise helps. If I can, I also try and have some quiet time for myself so that I'm in the right frame of mind to face the day. There are many departments, many agencies under Ministry of Home Affairs. You make decisions, policy decisions, but you also have to know what's happening on the ground. I make it a point to try and visit the frontline units. So this morning we are hosting His Highness, the Crown Prince of Brunei. Brunei and Singapore have a very close relationship. He wanted to visit our tactical center to see how we prepare for counter-terrorism and what are our doctrines, training methods. He wanted to experience it himself. There are two things that I would say about meetings. One, if I can, I will try and have some quiet time for myself. So I try and spend a fair bit of time trying to read and understand even before the meetings start. Second, a meeting is useful only if everyone has read the papers, is on top of them, and you go in there, generally not to run through again and understand for the first time, but to focus on the key points so that you can make decisions. The next two meetings broadly relate to counterterrorism. We had an exercise earlier this year. That exercise showed where we were getting it right. It also showed up gaps. And that's the whole purpose of exercises. What are we going to do to make sure that those gaps are closed and it becomes seamless?
Yes.
My meeting with the head of a foreign intelligence agency on that day, we don't disclose who we meet with, but we meet in order to exchange information, keep up the linkages, and emphasize the importance and show the importance Singapore places on the relationship with different intelligence agencies. The last time round, I talked about family justice system. It was very expensive, and the best interests of the children, I thought, could be better protected. So we changed the law. Now I've turned my attention to civil justice system. To me, the two critical factors I want to look at are, one, accessibility, and second, to make sure that justice is served. Our legal system is well respected around the world, but I feel that there are aspects that can be made better. And this meeting was to discuss some of the proposals they've come up with.
I'm Sheeni and I'm from Ugachaga. One of the key issues that affects the community is HIV rates.
Brian and Shami had asked to meet me. They do a lot of counseling work with HIV positive individuals. Of course, requires money, and they asked if I can help with that because they are running short of money.
The other issue that we are really keen on talking about is drug use among gay and bisexual men. There is a minority group that sort of normalizes this behavior as well. We've been doing face-to-face counseling for them, but in addition,
They do very important work for part of our community that I think is underserved. Organizations that help reduce HIV, help reduce drug abuse, give emotional support, and so on, in my view, should be helped. Stan, hi. Stanley was a senior member of one of the previous American administrations. It gives us a perspective on the American political scene from an insider's perspective. So it's very useful exchange of viewpoints. It is one of the highlights of my day, I will say. You know, wellness is a very important aspect for us in the context of our aging society. And in Chongpeng, we have more than the national share of senior citizens. The wellness centers, the centers for them to age gracefully, all these we take quite seriously. His Majesty the King of Jordan was passing through Singapore on a stopover back to Jordan. It was a good opportunity. We had a good discussion. His Majesty has a number of initiatives dealing with terrorism. Jordan is a valuable friend. It gives us a good understanding of the Middle East situation, and they value us too. Given the large number of departments that come under Home Affairs, I tried to visit the different frontline agencies to get a feel of how it is on the ground. This visit was to the Police Coast Guard. Is it still a big issue?
Yes.
Still, despite all the, I suppose this side is not fenced, is it? The landing positions, not yet. So we started on the northern coast, on the northwest side. It gave me a feel of the kind of challenges our people face. In 2008, when I first was in Home Ministry, what most of us knew about was JI. ISIS is unlike any other terrorist organization. It's very slick on in its online presentation, appeals to people. And there are terrorist organizations in Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, which pledge allegiance to ISIS. The nature of the threat has escalated significantly, and therefore our responses had to change considerably too. Incredible fight. He's now 16 years old. When I got him, he was 4. Street dog. You know, he was abused and he was rescued. because he was abused, he was never a touchy-feely type dog. I sent him to the vet about 4 weeks ago. His liver is gone, so nothing will stay. So I don't know, I think maybe I'll tell the vet to just assist him.